Let's talk about development finance then, because essentially this is what we're talking about here. It's getting an amount of money. We call it our day one net advance because we like sexy terms in the property world. So that's what we call it. Day one net advance. It's a loan that you get day one to acquire the property with. Then you're going to get a facility to draw down on in stage payments to cover the cost of the works, basically. Generally speaking, all of that whole big loan can't go over a certain percentage of the GDV, gross development value. No, we don't have end values here or done up values. We leave that to Samuel Leeds. It's gross development value, because that means you're a professional when you say things like that. So it'll be a percentage of that. So generally it's somewhere between 55 and you can go up to 75. I think that if you're looking at a deal where you need development finance, if the deal requires you to get anything more than 65% loan to GDV, I don't think that's a good deal. So that's a really good indicator. Lenders will look at your profit, basically your profit on costs as a return. And if it's any less than 25%, they're probably not going to be that interested. So development finance lenders are a really good indicator if a deal's any good, because they will tell you if the deal's good, basically by saying, yes, we'll lend on it. So we're looking at a sort of a percentage of the GDV. Now that, as I said, is then split into two. We are still going to be based on a loan to value on the purchase price or open market value. If it's slightly higher, some lenders will lend off the open market value if you're buying below market value. So this is good. That's good for another strategy, which we will cover. So 75% is pretty normal in development finance. Now, the trick the thing that a lot of people get caught out with development finance is that tranche of funding that we've got that's going to be in stage payments we're going to get over the course of the build. It's paid in arrears. So let's say that it's a nice, decent sized development. 500 grand is going to take us to do this development, and we're going to get 5 tranches of 100 grand. We have to pay the first 100. We got to do 100 grand's worth of the work out of our back pocket, and then we get reimbursed. And then we do the next bit, we get reimbursed. We do the next bit, we get reimbursed.
Kind of like in arrears.
It's in arrears, yeah. So the good thing about that is you only start paying the interest on it when you draw it down. So there is a positive to it, but a lot of people get caught out because they'll look at a deal and go, great, I'll put down a 25% deposit and then I'll get the works covered. That's all I need. Well, number one, you're gonna need more than 25% because you've got legal fees, you've got valuation fees, you've got quantity surveyor fees, and you're gonna be getting the interest on that loan deducted at source. So you're gonna have a gross loan of 75%, interest and fees are taken off that, and then you get a net loan. So generally speaking, if it's a 75% loan to value bridge, you probably need about a 30% deposit, maybe slightly more, because you're going to be deducting all the interest. But then you also need enough to cover the first part of the works as well. So we always work this out with our clients when we're appraising a deal at the very, very start. So it's really annoying. As much as we don't use them all that often, LendInvest used to have this insanely easy development finance calculator, and for some reason they've just decided to take it off their website. So I've written a really strongly worded email to them, which I'm sure has been binned, to say, please can you bring it back, because I use it with my clients on Zoom calls all the time and I don't have one. But yeah, we'll always go through an appraised deal at the start, make sure that we know exactly how much money we need to get the deal done, basically.